Our next presenter is a professional mechanical engineer. He is the founder of the BF Group of Companies dealing with construction, steel, manufacturing, and real estate. He has built the country's tallest buildings, shopping malls, industrial and residential subdivisions and facilities. He was also the former Secretary of the Department of Public Works and Highways. He was a 3-term award-winning mayor of the city of Marikina, who transformed the former municipality into one of the best managed cities and a paradigm of responsive and effective governance. During his incumbency, Marikina City was accorded no less than 55 citations and distinctions. As chairman of the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority, or the MMDA, Metro Manila has been dramatically changing into a livable metropolis with its exceptional administrative skills and leadership qualities that have now become the yardstick of performance. He continues to prove himself as an agent of change, which earned him the moniker as Mr. Governance. For his outstanding work, he was conferred the Doctor of Humanities Honoris Causa Ateneo de Cagayan, the Outstanding Filipino Award for Government Service, the H.R. Reyes Academic Medallion of Honor, Central Colleges of the Philippines, and Doctor of Public Administration Honoris Causa by the Polytechnic University of the Philippines. He is also, as I'm sure a lot of you know, a well-accomplished singer, having won the celebrity duet in Channel 7, yung Kapuso, di ba? Tama ba? Kapuso, Channel 7. He was the winner there, having garnered so many votes. And I know that for a fact because together with Secretary Angie Reyes, who is in the audience, we did a couple of concerts in the Manila Hotel a couple of months ago. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce to you to be the next presenter, Chairman Bayani Fernando.
Magandang hapon po sa mga bini-bini, mga ginang at mga ginoo. I would like to thank the Foundation, the FVR-RPDEV, for inviting me to this lecture. Now on its 10th series, this is a welcome opportunity for me to share with you my vision and overall strategies for the socio-economic development of our country for the next 6 years, should I become elected as president, which I am sure will happen. This is my workplace economics. I have formulated a development framework which I will use to guide my administration's socio-economic policies, plans, and programs. This framework presents the challenges that my government must directly address, including the general strategies that will be adopted with defined and measurable outcomes. All the elements in this framework are simple and straightforward, needless to say, self-explanatory. As shown in the diagram, our country, just like any nation, is beset with so many challenges. Among these many challenges, I have identified the ones which I believe are glaring truths which should merit the government's attention as well as resources. Identified as a major challenge is lack of greater economic opportunities in the country, which result, among others, to low and varied income levels, primarily due to either mismatch of labor and job market or oversupply of labor. Skilled manpower drain brought about by labor migration to countries which offer either better work opportunities or higher compensation regardless of the nature of work. And worse, unemployment. On the other hand, the low respect accorded to our laws as manifested in the failure of enforcement and non-compliance to laws is also a deterrent to development. To address these challenges, the strategies that will be in place are anchored in the political will to perform effectively and efficiently. It must be inherent upon all of us to implement and obey the laws of the land, regarding them as solutions to our problems rather than burdens. Everyone should know that those are people's collective wisdom. Our laws give the work mandate to every person to be a complementary part of a productive nation. Peace is a prerequisite of development. Simultaneous efforts shall be geared towards the resolution of the peace problem in Mindanao and pockets of insurgencies in some parts of our country. These chaotic situations are sowing fear among our people, undermining the gains from various developmental efforts, and are threatening the sovereignty of the entire nation. While we talk peace, massive developmental activities shall seriously be provided in areas with peace problems and in those areas where they are needed the most. It is expected that these strategies, once translated into concrete programs and projects, will result in the well-functioning institutions both in government and in the private sector. This will redound to prosperity and improve well-being of all the Filipinos, especially the poor and those in the marginalized sector of our society. The development framework which I have presented is geared towards the fulfillment of my vision for the Philippines, which is anchored on political will, towards a fair distribution of social and economic benefits in a stable and sustainable economy through well-structured and productive institutions that will uplift the general well-being of the Filipino people. This is my vision, my commitment by 2016. During my 6-year term, the strategies will be concretized into more distinct programs and projects. The following slide will highlight key sectoral priorities for the next 6 years. Number 1, on shelter. The biggest symbol of poverty is the presence of squatter families. My main thrust is to provide housing for everyone. The target is to build socialized housing units to accommodate around 60% of squatter families in the country by 2016. Allow me to cite the case of Metro Manila based on the latest inventory of the Metro Manila Interagency Committee called BIMIA, which I chair. Covering the 17 LGUs in the NCR, there are around 544,609 squatter families in the entire region who will be needing housing assistance and relocation in the next 10 years. To address the problem, the government has to provide and build additional 305 shelter units per day, or a total of 30,859 shelter units per year, with an annual fund requirement of Philippines 13.75 billion. This shall be done over the next 10 years. I have imputed my 9 years of experience in eradicating squatting problems in Marikina, which I have put to an end. Housing construction is surely one of the best ways to stimulate the economy.